Hello and welcome to the Who University of Law. In today's video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing Doctor Who, The Ninth Doctor Adventures, Series 2, Volume 4, Shades of Fear. Now apologies for the delay on this one. I did receive it a while ago now, but I've been so busy I haven't had time to unwrap it, but I did unwrap it this morning and now I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing it for you. I listened to it on download on release day, so I'll give you my thoughts on the stories as we go along. So here we've got the cover art, we've got the lovely new logo for the 60th, and it's there on the side in its sort of long form there. We've got the Vashta Narada there. Again, we've got Doctor Who written on the spines there, on the individual CDs. We've got the blurb on the back. So let's open it up and have a look. Well, we've got them individually cased, as we do with the Ninth Doctor range. And we start with this. The Colour of Terror by Lizzie Hopley. So we've got our cover art on the front. I have to say my first thoughts are this is my favourite performance by Frank Skinner in Doctor Who ever. Of all his TV and audio appearances, to me it's my favourite performance of Frank Skinner. So who I absolutely love. So let's have a little look inside. We've got the same artwork on the back, but this time with the 2005 logo. If I open it up, we've got a picture of Chris and Frank in the Big Finish car park there. So, this story, it's a really fun, enjoyable opening to the box set. It takes the sort of familiar 21st century setting of a charity shop and then kind of gives us a sort of classic Doctor Who based Under Siege story, really. There's a really good, strong cast of characters, three-dimensional characters who are funny and dramatic all at the same time. It's really three-dimensional, really, the whole thing just comes to life. And you know, for the Doctor who doesn't do domestic, it's a great Ninth Doctor story. It basically does what the 2005 series set out to do, which is taking classic Doctor Who stories and putting them into a very relatable 21st century setting, and that's what this one does beautifully. So if I lift the disc up, we've got underneath volumes 1 to 3, it looks like, of the first series advertised. So there we go. If you haven't got those already, there's a little advert there. So that's the first one. Now the second one we've got is this one here, The Blooming Menace by James Kettle. Now, this is a perfect example where how can I phrase this? With a lot of the box sets that we have a Big Finish, like Dark Eyes and Doom Coalition and Dalek Universe, there's these big epic storylines that kind of go on, and you're following it all, and you listen back to the last box set to appreciate the next one, and there's these big epic stories, and each one is a piece in a big puzzle. At the moment we've got that with obviously the 5th Doctor and the 40 range last year. The 6th Doctor and Hebrian Men is still ongoing. We're still following that amazing storyline. And sometimes it's easy to forget these amazing releases with the Ninth Doctor, where it's essentially every box set is a standalone box set comprising of 3 standalone stories. So it's all standalone. There's not this big tapestry like you get with Dark Eyes. But it's a different kind of story. They're both great, but it's easy to forget these because you're so engrossed in the ongoing stuff. You've got about these little pieces of gold that are released every couple of months. Every couple of months you get a standalone piece of gold with 3 pieces of standalone gold inside. And this is a perfect example where this is the middle story of a box set, and you tend to get with a box set that you have the big epic opening, the big epic finale, and then you get a story in the middle which is still a solid, fun Doctor Who story, but not every Doctor Who story could be Journey's End. Most Doctor Who stories aren't Journey's End. Most Doctor Who stories are The Blooming Menace. But what's great is just what a fun, strong middle episode this is. I know Ross Davis often used to talk about how there was a mid-series dip, even on television. Obviously, with this is a longer analogy really, but I know there was that year where he did The Doctor's Daughter just to kind of get that lift in the middle. And this, to me, this is a lift in the middle. It's a wonderful, strong, fun story with a wonderful, fun cast of characters, wonderfully played, wonderfully written. Chris Eccleston's obviously had the time of his life with the script, really enjoying the jokes and the gags in there. And I've said this before, with every Ninth Doctor box set, every time they do one, I think to myself, he's found the part, the writers know, everyone's confident now, they've got their instinct of it, I think that they've reached the pinnacle. And every time I think that, they do another box set a few months later, which raises the bar even higher. To a point where it's raised, I've loved every box set, but every single one is surpassed by the next one, to a point where I'm now expecting to be surpassed, because every time I think it's plateaued, I think, right, they're there, he's confident, they're going for it. Every time they surpass themselves, and I have every confidence that they're going to continue to do that. Hopefully we'll get a Series 3. Nothing announced yet, but hopefully we do. But for me, that's the Blooming Menace. It's a really fun, and it's not just your solid middle of the box set story. It really grabs you and entertains you, and it's a really wonderful story. So let's have a look inside. We've got the same artwork on the back with the 2005 logo. We've got picture in the car park again. And if I look at this disc, we have got adverts for Series 1 Volume 4 and the first 2 volumes of Series 2. Well, there we have it. So that is the Blooming Menace. And then we have got Red Darkness, the finale to the box set. Vashta Nerada, I'd say, are an underrated villain. I certainly find I underrate them. I forget how good they are until I watch them again. It's a picture of the cast. It's written by Roy Gill, who wrote the finale to the first series. It's again a really strong story. A great use of the Vashta Nerada. I'm sure at the end it kind of paves the way for Silence of the Library. I got the impression that the Ninth Doctor basically sets up Silence of the Library at the end. It's really fun story. Really clever ending, comes together really nicely. Some great twists at the end. The biggest twist of all, actually, is that it looks like the Night Doctor's got a new companion. So it looks like the wonderful YouTuber, is it Adam Martin? It is, yeah. The wonderful YouTuber Adam Martin is going to be the new companion, it looks like, or a companion of sorts. Hopefully we get to see that in Series 3. I'd love to see the Night Doctor with the companion on audio. And then we've obviously got volume for the advert for the last volume, and we've got a bonus disc in there with the overall cover art as well. But what did you think? What did you think of this box set? Some great stories in there. Do let us know in the comments below what you thought of the box set. What are your hopes for a Series 3? Do you want to see Rose back, or do you want to carry on seeing the pre-Rose Ninth Doctor? I'd certainly love to see an epic storyline. I'd like to see the Night Doctor pitched into a sort of a bigger story, just to kind of just see how it goes, because we haven't had that before, something a little bit different. I'd also love to see an origin story for him, like a set straight after Day of the Doctor, and see the brand new regenerated Ninth Doctor on his first adventure. But do let us know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I look forward to speaking to you soon.